The dissolution of the Beatles has been the subject of numerous hypotheses, and for many years, ever since their dissolution, people have been debating which member of the band is to blame. It was a highly emotional experience for each of the members of the band, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, John Lennon, and George Harrison, as their breakup was a deeply personal one. The connection between John and Paul, which is frequently scrutinized within the music community, is the one that rock and roll fans are most likely to be concerned about out of all the members of the Beatles. At the time that their band disbanded, John and Paul were going through a difficult time, and they had shown a great deal of hostility toward one another. He once referred to Paul's music as Granny SET, and he was a distraction when they were working on their final records. In the beginning, John's criticisms were not as harsh. Their friendship deteriorated further after Paul filed a lawsuit against the group, and John became more nasty to Paul as a result. "I knew he had an opinion that a lot of people listened to," Paul stated. "When the Beatles had broken up and John was downing me a lot in public, that was probably the worst thing to take because I knew he had my opinion." While John and his former collaborator were working on their own solo albums, John did not have any positive things to say about the new work that they had produced. A new offensive music that John released, on the other hand, caused a commotion to begin. John sings in How Do You Sleep, "The only thing you did was yesterday," the implication being that the only good song that Paul wrote was the record titled Yesterday. An even more painful line was the one that came before that one, which said, "Jump when your mama tells you anything." Paul, who felt that his late mother had sent him music in his dreams, including Yesterday, was the target of this cruel onslaught. Before their friendship came to an end, John and Paul's common anguish over the loss of their mothers at a young age was the spark that ignited their bond. Considering the history between them, Paul acknowledged that John's remark had caused him hurt.